Welcome to the 2010 Easter Bowl, showcasing world-class junior tennis since 1968. Over its 43-year history, this tournament has presented the highest echelon in U.S. tennis champions. Stay tuned. You're watching the 43rd Annual Easter Bowl Championships.
Welcome. I'm Jeff Tarango, and in the next hour, I'll be introducing you to some of the most exciting young talent on the U.S. tennis scene. We're coming to you from the beautiful Rancho Las Palmas Resort in Rancho Mirage, California, at the 43rd Annual Easter Bowl. Reporting today courtside with the play-by-play action, our legendary doubles champion and winner of 65 international titles, Mark Woodford, and sportscaster Kirby Moss. Guys?
Thanks, Jeff. Well, it's certainly great to be back here at the 2010 Easter Bowl. Along with me is Kirby Moss, and today we're going to be sitting at courtside providing a play-by-play action as these talented juniors make their way through the draw to the finals here. We're in for some exciting matches today, and there are some familiar faces from last year in the singles and doubles finals.
That's right, Woody, and as you know, it's exciting to watch these kids grow in their game each year, most with the hope of someday going pro. Now, Tarango, I know you're an alumnus of this great tournament, and you must have some keen insight into what these kids are feeling. You were one of those guys that actually had success on the pro circuit, and you probably have some pretty fond memories of the Easter Bowl.
Thanks, guys. I sure do have some great memories of the Easter Bowl. We'll be coming back to you throughout the program to see highlights of these final matches of the Easter Bowl in boys and girls 14s, 16s, and 18s tennis. This is a special tournament to me as I was one of these kids not so long ago, but we'll talk more about that later. Stay tuned. We're coming at you with world-class junior tennis. You're watching the 43rd Annual Easter Bowl Tennis Championships. Let's take a look at the background on a few of these kids we'll be seeing today. Girls 14s, Gabrielle Andrews is in the finals as the top-seeded player from Pomona, California. She is up against Las Vegas's Kimberly Yee. This 13-year-old had a fourth-place finish last year. We'll also be watching Stefan Kozlov and Jordan Belga playing for the boys 14s title. That entire field was riddled with upsets, the top seed being upset 0-1 by Belga early in the tournament. Boys 16s also had a lot of upsets throughout the event, and here we are with two players capitalizing on their breakthroughs, Gordon Watson and Nolan Paige. Brooke Austin from Wanamaker, Indiana, last year's 14s champion here, and now the number 4 in the U.S. girls 16s, is up against Kyle McPhillips, who's ranked number 2 in the country and our number 1 seed. Playing today in the girls 18s is 15-year-old Krista Hardebeck from Santa Ana, California. She's ranked number 1 in the U.S. in girls 16s and 18s. Very rare to hold a ranking in both age divisions like that, and she's currently on a 12-match winning streak. She's playing against Lauren Davis from Gates Mills, Ohio, who's actually the top seed here, and she hasn't lost a set the whole tournament. The blue chip two-handed backhand player from Indianapolis, Indiana, Nick Chappelle, is the number 4 seed in boys 18s and is showing why he's a 5-star recruit. He's up against Bjorn Frantangelo, who's coming off a number 1 ranking in the boys 16s and is currently number 3 in the 18s. And yes, he is named after Bjorn Borg. The Easter Bowl is a tournament that by its 43-year prestigious history gives every player in its draw a leg up to a college scholarship. This tournament has become the recruiter's indicator that guides not only the college coaches, but also the pro scouts that have a hard time deciphering between ITF points and USTA points. In my investigation of these points disparities, even Jim Curley, the U.S. Open director, said that he no longer had the control to put the best U.S. players in the U.S. Open draw, and he has to rely on his wild cards, which to me makes the forecast to who will be representing the U.S. at the Junior U.S. Open virtually impossible to predict.
Stay tuned, there's more Easter Bowl action coming up.
The before, the expectation, the B vitamins and carbs to ignite. The during, the collision, the power, the original Gatorade. The after, the gratitude, the protein to recover. Introducing the G Series from Gatorade. Prime, perform, recover.
The 2010 Easter Bowl is brought to you by K-Swiss, Prince, Gatorade, Laurel Springs School, Les Académies de Tennis, and American Airlines.
This has been just a great week of tennis. These kids have been working their way through the draw. I know personally what these kids go through, and this tournament helped groom me for the professional tour. There are so many wonderful things about this tournament that we'll be touching upon throughout this show. But now let's go on court with Woody and Kirby for girls 14's action.
Thanks, Jeff. In the 14-year-old girls championship, we have the number 1 seed Gabrielle Andrews from Pomona, California, taking on number 4 seed Kimberly Yee from Las Vegas.
Try to go out there and play my game. Don't worry about all the people and trying to watching me and just trying to focus on my match. I like Amy Frazier a lot. Unfortunately, she's not on the tour anymore, but I like her attitude in the court and how she respects her opponents. Oh, the competition is very hard nowadays, playing the upper levels. My strongest part of my game is my serves. I get a lot of points off of my serves, and it's really powerful. Hi, I'm Gabrielle Andrews, and I'm really excited to be playing in the Easter Bowl Finals in 2010.
I came last year, and I got to the semis and took 4th, and then this year is the first year in the finals. Well, my favorite tennis player is Fernando Verdasco. He's good looking. My strongest part of my game is probably my backhand. When I was younger, I was in ballet, and in ballet you don't get trophies. So I saw my brother playing tennis and he had trophies. I was like, oh my gosh, I want a trophy so bad. Oh, and a double jointed. My name's Kimberly, and I had a great week at Easter Bowl 2010.
Okay, we begin with the girls' 14-year-old final. This is Gabby Andrews, the top seed from Pomona, in the near court, taking on Kimberly Yee of Las Vegas. She's the number 4 seed, Woody.
And hoping to improve on last year's effort. Kimberly Yee there trying to thread a backhand down the line, but Gabby Andrews, the number 1 seed, comes back with a beautiful backhand passing shot.
Both of these players won at the Winter Nationals in Tucson last year. Gabby, the 14-year-olds, Kimberly, the 12-year-olds.
And trying to draw her opponent in there. A nice little backhand dropper.
With the forehand winner to top it off. And both of these players have some international experience, particularly Gabby, but she did not play in this event last year because she underwent hip surgery.
I find that amazing, Kirby, the fact that she's already undergone some type of surgery. But it is that international experience that I think, has just given her a bit of a boost. You can see that she's quite aggressive from the back of the court. And you have to remember, she's lost the first set. The first set in the tournament so far, so she's under pressure and has had to focus very much on trying to survive this particular match.
So Gabby's been dominating her opponents, but Kimberly Yee right here with the two-handed smash for the point. And it looks like these two trying to put each other on the defensive, get them going one way or the other or even backward, put them on the defensive.
That's very true, but I think Gabby has, even though she's lost the first set, that her mindset is trying to find a weakness in her opponent's game. So we've seen the variation of pace and height from the number 1 seed. She's slowly and surely clawing her way back into this match, and that's an easy put away.
Okay, so Gabby loses the first set 4-6, goes on to take the second set 6-3. Kimberly Yee, though, not giving up.
Oh, Gabby making a big mistake there. Had control from the outset with a big return, but forgot to move in, and not a good backhand slice. So Kimberly Yee wins that point with a forehand.
So Gabby found herself in no man's land, as you like to call it, and that's another winner.
And you don't want to be in no man's land.
And that's
point.
the service by Gabby Andrews. She wins the 14-year-old girls finals over Kimberly Yee, the final 4-6, 6-3, 6-2 to take home the 14-year-old girls trophy.
Good effort by Gabby, and for Kimberly, an improvement on last year's effort.
That was a tough match in all 3 sets.
Yeah, it was tough, but she played a really good match, so I have no complaints.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to present to you the championship winner for the girls 14 singles, Gabby Andrews. All right, Gabby, that was quite a long match with all 3 sets.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. I mean, thanks Kimmy for running me around like a whole I'm going to be sore tomorrow, but you played a good match.
Congratulations to Gabby Andrews for defeating Kimberly Yee 4-6, 6-3, 6-2.
Great match. Those girls show a lot of talent at such a young age. We'll be right back as the boys 14 and under battle it out at the 43rd annual Easter Bowl.
More exciting junior tennis coming from Rancho Las Palmas and Rancho Mirage, California, coming up.
The before, the expectation, the B vitamins and carbs to ignite. The during, the collision, the power, the original Gatorade. The after, the gratitude, the protein to recover. Introducing the G Series from Gatorade. Prime, perform, recover.
Welcome back to the Easter Bowl, coming to you from Rancho Mirage, California. It's time for the highlights from the 14-year-old boys championship. From Elk Grove Village, Illinois, it's the number 11 seed Jordan Belga taking on the number 4 seed Stefan Kozlov from Pembroke Pines, Florida.
Most of the time my family comes with me. Yeah, they just really support me everywhere I go, and I'm very thankful to have them support me. The biggest part in my game is my stamina and how my legs work, and because I really need legs to move. My brother and I are very competitive in the Wii tennis. He gets angry when I'm up and he just wants to win. Hi, I'm Jordan Belga, and it's a great pleasure to be at the 2010 Easter Bowls Finals.
It's pretty fun coming back and seeing your peers who you play with, against, and how they do. I play hockey sometimes. I play soccer, ping pong a lot with my brother. My dad, he has his own academy in Pembroke Pines, Florida, own tennis academy, and he warms me up every day. My strongest part of the game is my forehand. When I'm up, I could use it pretty well. My name is Stefan Kozlov. I'm proud to be in the 2010 Easter Bowl Finals.
This is 12-year-old Stefan Kozlov of Pembroke Pines, Florida, serving in the near court against Jordan Belga from Elk Grove Village, Illinois, Woody.
How's that forehand down the line by the young 12-year-old? Got off to a great start in this match.
Belga charging the net there, and he is playing in his first major championship final.
And he's also coming off of a huge win early in this tournament. Took out the number 1 seed in the 3rd round, 6-love, 6-1. And what's impressive is he's continued on. He wasn't satisfied with that victory, worked his way to the final.
And Kozlov really giving Belga a run for his money, 2 years younger, but very experienced little player.
And I like what I'm seeing. As you can see, both of them not frightened about coming forward to the net, creating opportunities. That is an excellent forehand volley.
Bump, and these two are competitors. Both seem to have a lot of game for such a young age. It looks like these two could really, mature their games into something good as they get older.
Well, what I like, Kirby, is that they're using different spins, and they're using all 4 parts of the court. There's short angles, there's deep angles, they're hitting through the court. There's a good forehand. He moves forward. Look at the speed of his young opponent.
Both of them at the net. That's fun to watch. And it's Kozlov with another fist pump after the great forehand volley. And Kozlov took the first set 6-1, but then all of a sudden Belga comes back to take the second set 6-2. So how do you explain the quick turnaround?
Well, I think what's may be going on here is that the young 12-year-old, having won the first set 6-1 so easy, that maybe he starts to think of the finishing line too soon instead of playing in the present. And that's why we see his opponent, Jordan Belger, fight his way back into this match, not giving up. Another excellent point. That one's just wide, so Belger now starting to take control of the match.
And now it's the 11th seed, Jordan Belger, serving for the match.
And the return by Kozlov sent long. And look at the celebration by the 11th seed.
It's Jordan Belger's first major championship, winning 1-6, 6-2, 6-1. He takes the 14-year-old boys trophy over Stefan Kozlov, who put up quite a fight.
Stefan, that was a tough match. You came out strong in the first set, and then the next two, not as much.
Yeah, just a little bit more tired. He played a lot better in the second and third set, and he did next to me in the third set. He had some good shots and played aggressive.
Jordan, that was a pretty tough match after losing the first set. What was going through your head?
I was a little bit nervous in the first set, and being the first time in the finals, we just falling out. But in the second set, I just told myself to relax and play my game and play strong and aggressive, and it worked out for me. I was loosening up as well.
Congratulations to Jordan Belger defeating Stefan Kozlov 1-6, 6-2, 6-1.
We're watching some world-class junior tennis. The competition is fierce. You might never guess that all these families are really tight-knit.
Yeah, tennis makes a great family sport. Behind every player is a great mom and dad, a great coach, a great grandma, a great grandpa. And when tennis really works well, the kids are like cousins. They get along. The parents get along. The more that children see their competitors as friends, the better the tennis is, the better they play, and the healthier our great sport is.
It's so important to be able to make friends. There are a lot of people who are really, really competitive, and the parents are very competitive, but in the end, it's all good. You know, everybody tries their best.
Oh, yeah, I know just about everybody here. I have pretty good friendships with everybody here.
Yeah, I like all my friends. I mean, they're really nice to me, and but when we're on the court, we're competitors, but off the court, we're nice friends.
You're like so good friends off the court, and then you go on the court and you're like, oh, you know, you don't want to play them, but you have to just be friends off the court, and then on the court you have to, you know, do what you can.
A friend of mine from the Mid-Atlantic section said that she could not come and take her daughter here, so I took her with us. So I had to find a bigger place and find a bigger car and get her from the airport and take her back, and you know, but if you don't help each other out, you know, you're lost, and I know that someday I'll need help too.
Sometimes my mom comes, but most of the time I travel with like my coach or like a chaperone.
My grandparents usually travel with me because they have more time on their hands than my mom and dad. My mom and dad work a lot, so they can't usually come.
It's good for the parents to see other parents who are and how they deal with it and how they deal with the pressure, and it calms people down. And the kids are usually really a direct reflection of what's happening off the court. So it's good exposure for the families.
I was honored to be presented my trophy by the legendary Arthur Ashe when I won the boys 18s at the Easter Bowl, and I won't say how many decades ago that was. I remember one year with Pete Sampras, we were all trying to get Pete's blue hat away from him, but his sisters and all of his sisters' friends were too hard to get through. Or what about the time my dad and I were trying to find out how Courier ever made contact with the ball with those extreme grips? Now let's take a look at the boys 16 and unders and see what we find out.
Okay, Jeff, we have the 16-year-old boys championship highlights up next. Number 1 seed Nolan Paige from Fairfield, Connecticut takes on the number 10 seed Gordon Watson from Naples, Florida.
I have to send 12 text messages now to tell people how I did. This tournament, I've just kept telling myself to just try to have fun. I play high school basketball for the varsity team, and I love that. I love this season. It's like 3 months long, and it's basketball every day. It's like a break from tennis, and gives you time to like love the game of tennis more, so then you can come back. You're so eager to play. I guess the strongest part of my game is my backhand. Hi, I'm Nolan Paige, and I'm so excited to be in the finals of the Easter Bowl.
My parents just gave me a whole bunch of things. They gave me a racket, they gave me a surfboard, they gave me a fishing rod, but then I just seemed to pick this up a little bit faster. The strongest part of my game is probably my serve and my forehand. I love Federer's game and Djokovic's movement. The deal with my parents is I have to be top 100 in the world before I get into college, or else I have to go to college first. I love to go to Pepperdine. It's on the beach and I can surf. I make my own surfboards. I go fishing all the time. I hunt with my dad, and we just do everything together. My name is Gordon Watson. It's a great accomplishment to be in the Easter Bowl, and I really appreciate it.
You are looking at Gordon Watson of Naples, Florida, the 10th seed. He has already won 3 gold balls in his young career, 2 in the 12s and 1 in the 14s, Woody, taking on Nolan Paige, the top seed out of Fairfield, Connecticut.
And it's a great effort by the number 10 seed, Gordon Watson. A big tournament, taking on the number 1 seed, and you can see the height advantage by Nolan Paige there. Good reach.
Looks like he just whips the ball.
Gets up very, very well. And it's quite sound from the back of the court, but the forehand perhaps a little mechanical, and maybe that's what just broke down. There's a nice change up by Gordon Watson. A couple of backhand slices, bringing his opponent in, and look at that pass. Very coolly played.
Hard first serve right there by Nolan Paige, the top seed, and he takes the first set. Gordon Watson does 6-3, and as we move into the second set, we get a good taste of Watson attack game.
And obviously enjoying the conditions, getting a lot of shape and height. There's another one on the forehand side. Puts it away again, flattens that one out. And the balls can move fairly quickly here at Rancho Las Palmas. Bit of a help to some of the players. There's another big forehand. Great preparation, good footwork.
Hard forehands by Gordon Watson.
And finding the angle, moving forward very quick, and that was a little unlucky because he had control of that point. The net cord held it up nicely for Nolan Paige.
Nolan Paige with a great winner there to take the point, trying to hang in there, but Watson seems to be dominating the match.
You can see there's quite natural off the backhand side. Nolan Paige gets this smash back. There's a good pickup, not a good volley though, but have a look at those reflexes. Beautifully played into the open court.
And it's Gordon Watson serving in the near court, trying to put away his opponent to claim his 4th gold ball.
Nolan Paige not reading that forehand. It's going for broke. And there we have it.
It's a long road to get into this tournament and work your way up to the finals and take the trophy, and that's exactly what Gordon Watson has done. He wins 6-3, 6-1, taking the 16-year-old's championship trophy.
Well, Nolan, a pretty tough match today. Was it the heat conditions playing in the afternoon out here?
No, I don't think it was the heat. It was more Gordon played really well. His forehand was really firing. I didn't really have an answer for it. He put on really good.
All right, well, congratulations on being the champion. What do you got to do next?
I don't know. I have an ITF starting next Monday, but I get to go surfing for a couple days after this, so I'm on vacation.
All right, well, terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, our boys 16 singles champion for the 2010 Easter Bowl, Gordon Watson.
Congratulations to Gordon Watson defeating Nolan Paige 6-3, 6-1. After the break, more exciting action from the Easter Bowl.
The before, the expectation, the B vitamins and carbs to ignite. The during, the collision, the power, the original Gatorade. The after, the gratitude, the protein to recover. Introducing the G-Series from Gatorade, Prime, Perform, Recover.
Welcome back to Rancho Las Palmas and Rancho Mirage, California. The action continues with the 16-year-old girls championship. Brooke Austin from Indianapolis was last year's 14-year-old girls champ and is the number 2 seed this time around, going up against the top seed Kyle McPhillips from Willoughby, Ohio.
I was looking at pictures of myself from like last year. You probably remember me. I was really, really tiny, and I'm probably, 6 inches taller at least. The strongest part of my game is my return and my swinging volley. Basically, it's not everything but country. I really don't like country. I'm sponsored by Prince and Adidas, and you get to experience all the new clothes and all the different styles and rackets. I want to be a professional tennis player and be #1 in the world. Tennis is my only talent. Hi, my name is Brooke Austin. I've had a great week here at the Easter Bowl.
Easter Bowl is one of my favorite tournaments, and it's really exciting to make it to the finals. We're very supportive of each other, all the players. I mean, we're all here for the same reason. We all try to have good sportsmanship. The strongest part of my game is my serve when it's on. Traveling is fun. I get to see all the friends that I don't see in Cleveland, and I get to eat different foods and see different places. My goal is to be the best I can be. I'm Kyle McPhillips, and I'm in the finals of the 2010 Easter Bowl.
This could be a very competitive and fun match, Woody. We have Kyle McPhillips in the near court, the top seed, against last year's 14-year-old champion, and Brooke Austin in the far court.
We're certainly looking forward to this one. Remember, Brooke Austin last year was very heavy from the backcourt, and a different position for Kyle McPhillips. Lost in the first round of the 18s last year. This year, electing to stick within her proper age, and certainly coming through nicely to the final.
Both of these young ladies have a well-versed game, forehands, backhands, hit it hard, and not afraid to go after the ball.
No, and we'll see with Brooke that she's actually very strong off both sides. It's hard to pick a strength and a weakness from the back of the court, perhaps just her size and the second serve with a high ball toss. But Kyle McPhillips, very sound on the serve. Look at that, that's a good move by Brooke Austin. Not the conventional way to hit a volley, but still finds an open court. And that's the type of play that we remember from last year by young Brooke Austin.
The first set goes into a tiebreaker. McPhillips wins it 7-6. Then the second set, Brooke Austin not ready to go away.
Well, I think the first set there really set the tone. It was 3-love to Kyle McPhillips. Brooke Austin fought her way back to 5-3, was unable to take that first set, allowed Kyle McPhillips, the #1 seed, to take control, and I think that set the tone for the rest of the match.
Austin at the net trying to put the point away against McPhillips, and she gets it by her right there. And the serve, her serve is different. Is it a high ball toss?
It's not a bad action, technically sound, but it is that ball toss. She's going to have some good days and some bad days. And still moving her opponent around. This is what she did very well. Look at that good footwork. Didn't allow the ball play her. She went out after it. Solid reply by McPhillips.
It's amazing how these young ladies, all the players here at the Easter Bowl, really thinking ahead in their game, trying to strategically outwit their opponent. They're not out there just hitting the ball like I do when I play tennis, Woody.
Well, this is match point, and that's a bad first serve miss by Brooke Austin. And the second serve also goes long.
So a double fault to lose the match. 7-6, 6-4. Kyle McPhillips wins the girls' 16-year-old final.
Well, Brooke, that was a tough match out there today.
Yeah, it was. She played really well, and I was just off a little bit in the second set at the end. I started missing a few shots that I shouldn't have, but we both played really well.
All right, Kyle, that was a tough match. That first set went pretty long.
Yeah, it was very long. It was a good first set.
And went into the tiebreak. What were your feelings as it went into the tiebreak?
I was a little bit nervous. I just had to focus on what I had to do and hope that my shots went in.
Congratulations to Kyle McPhillips defeating Brooke Austin 7-6, 6-4.
It takes great skill to compete at this level, and the evolution of the equipment is amazing. From shoes to rackets, the technology is cutting edge, and these sponsors know the value of these kids as the future of their companies.
Our major sponsors this year are Prince and K-Swiss. We allow them to have events
and they are showing their latest merchandise at the welcome reception. I think they are proud to be associated with the Easter Bowl, given that it's been around for 43 years and it has 640 kids, so it's a great grassroots sponsorship for them.
For us, grassroots has always been an important venue for us, and juniors especially. Over the years, since 1975, we had junior players like Maria Sharapova, Michael Chang, others, recently as John Isner, Sam Querrey. So for us, grassroots, junior tennis grassroots, is extremely important for the success of our company.
Partnering up with the Easter Bowl is a no-brainer for K-Swiss. It's just a great opportunity to showcase our products and our apparel and our footwear. These are the best juniors in the nation right here.
We have been a sponsor for 7 years, and we are here to support the Easter Bowl and also to support all of our students. We have over 50 Laurel Springs students who are participating in the Easter Bowl. And one of the things that's been so amazing is that we get to share who we are. We feel that it's so important that we aren't the best kept secret, that people know that Laurel Springs is really the most wonderful school.
Sportsmanship is so important to us, and win or lose, we expect our Prince players to come off the court and be in good sports.
It's important for La Academia Tennis to be a sponsor of this event because we're looking to get promising players for the future and hopefully who want to be college and professional players.
They've helped me out a lot. Like they gave me, before when I was a little younger, I'd only have 2 rackets, and then they gave me 4, and then they've given me some like dresses and shoes and everything. So it's really helped out a lot.
We're in it together to help grow the sport, help grow junior tennis.
And without the support of the sponsors, it would be difficult to maintain the level that the tournament has become known for.
After the break, more exciting junior tennis from the Easter Bowl.
The before, the expectation, the B vitamins and carbs to ignite. The during, the collision, the power, the original Gatorade. The after, the gratitude, the protein to recover. Introducing the G Series from Gatorade, Prime, Perform, Recover.
And we're back with more junior tennis at the Easter Bowl. Next up is the 18-year-old Girls Championship featuring #1 seed Lauren Davis from Gates Mills, Ohio, up against unseeded Krista Hardebeck from Santa Ana, California.
Usually before matches, I don't get too nervous, but if I do, I just take deep breaths and just try to calm myself, and it works. Maybe in the next year or so, I want to turn pro and play all the Grand Slams and do great. The strongest part of my game is that I get to every ball. Really, I'm fast and I have good coverage over the court. Hi, my name is Lauren Davis, and I'm so pumped to be in the 2010 Easter Bowl.
I'm excited because I'm playing in the age group above me, so I'm really happy that I was able to get this far. Yeah, there's a lot of really good players in this, so I think like playing all these really good matches will prepare me for like other matches in the future. I think I'm aggressive. I stand in the court and try to take time away from my opponents. I can touch my tongue to my nose. My name is Krista Hardebeck, and I'm proud to be in the finals of the Easter Bowl 2010.
This is the girls' 18-year-old final. Krista Hardebeck serving in the near court against Lauren Davis, Woody.
Lauren Davis, the #1 seed for this tournament, getting passed by a lovely forehand roll cross court by Hardebeck. She's on a big string of success lately.
Yeah, she's playing her 12th straight day of singles matches, coming off a great victory in Carson at the International Spring Championship. She took that. She comes in here unseeded and really giving Davis a run for the money.
And that's full of confidence. And 2 weeks of play, she's obviously a little drained, but it's the excitement of possibly winning her 2nd tournament in a row. You see good footwork, and that's a lovely backhand by Davis down the line. Hardebeck's first serve. And what seems to be working well for her over the last couple of weeks is finding the big first serve and following up with an aggressive forehand.
11 of her 12 victories coming in straight sets for Harderbeck. She's out of Santa Ana, California. And Davis playing a lot of tennis with Chrissy Evert down at Boca.
Yeah, and she's got a world ranking, junior world ITF ranking of 41, was seeded 3 at last year's US Open.
So looking at this matchup on paper, you got to think Davis is the one to watch, but it's Harderbeck who's really taken the junior tennis world by storm, winning at Carson and now here at the Easter Bowl.
Yeah, and the pressure obviously is on Davis's shoulders. But Harderbeck, as we said, just tasting some success recently.
She likes racking up those ITF points.
Gets her into a lot of other tournaments. A few doors will open up now with different tournaments that she might be able to enter, as well as perhaps being seeded. You must remember, she is unseeded in this tournament, facing the number 1 seed.
What's interesting is Harderbeck seems tall, lanky, and more of a longer game, and Davis just down low, tight, compact swing, hits the ball hard and low.
Well, you couldn't have hit a better backhand than that last one by Davis. There's match point now for the unseeded Harderbeck. Coming in for the short forehand. Doesn't back away, and look at that. She finds the winner.
A lot to be excited about. Krista Harderbeck wins the girls' 18-year-old final 7-5, 6-3 over Lauren Davis of Gates Mills, Ohio.
Well, Lauren, that was a tough match.
Yeah, I mean, played really well. I didn't really know what to do because she got everything back, so I got really tired too in the second set.
Well, it looks like you did, last week winning Carson and coming out here and doing this. How are you feeling so far?
I feel really good, and now I'm really tired, so I need to take a few days off.
What do you have coming up next for you?
I think I'm playing a 50K in May, but I'm not really sure. I think I might do something before that.
1, 2, 3.
Congratulations to Krista Harderbeck defeating Lauren Davis 7-5, 6-3.
This tournament is instrumental in grooming these kids for what the future holds if they choose to pursue a career in professional tennis. The tournament coordinators very purposely make this a truly professional experience for these kids. From the draw to the media hype and the umpires, it really gives a taste of what professional tennis has to offer.
Gosh, the Easter Bowl really is the best junior tournament we have in this country. Sina Hamilton, a long time. I call her the aunt of tennis. She cares about the kids. She cares about the issues. Puts on a phenomenal tournament with great media. Now her son Brian is carrying on in the best traditions. Always held at beautiful places, Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage. The kids love coming here. The tennis is great. All the extras are great. The parties, the social aspects. The parents have a great time. It's always at resorts.
It's just the atmosphere is like no other tournament that I've been to. I think that it's definitely a tournament that kids like to come to. The parents like to come with their kids and enjoy the atmospheres.
I've played a lot of big matches, and all the atmosphere helps. The Lions people, because you're gonna have bad situations when they're on the court, and you're gonna have good situations. So it's good to get the practice now as a junior.
It's great. I love the weather. It's so nice. It's so nice to wake up and just be perfect weather.
It's all age divisions. It's doubles. It's consolation, interviews, TV, sponsors, and so the kids get a feel of what it's like to actually be at a pro event.
I see all of the professional tennis players in the press conference room and talking about their matches, and that makes me feel like a little pro, I guess.
You get the exposure of playing individuals from all over the country who perhaps hold a higher national ranking, and you get that shot. You get the chance to play them and beat them. This is the best of the best.
When I was ready for my match this morning, I was watching the boys 14s final, and I was talking to my friends and said, man, I was getting nervous because I wanted all the chairs. I wanted everybody right there so bad.
It's always fun to look at the guys that are kind of here for the first time, and the youngsters, the 12-year-old, the 11-year-olds, and the 12-year-olds who come here kind of wide-eyed. This is their first Easter Bowl. They look around, they've heard about it before. All the boys and girls are here, and they're the 12-year-olds are the ones that are kind of sneaking peeks at the 18-year-old courts.
Okay, I really like having all the line judges and ball kids because I don't have to do anything except for play.
This is a very special tournament. We really, really care. It's not about the tournament. It's about giving them an experience that hopefully they'll take back with them. We stress sportsmanship. I tell every individual that leaves this tournament, be proud.
Thanks for joining us with more Easter Bowl action. It's time for the main event, the 18-year-old boys championship. Nick Chappelle, seeded number 4 from Indianapolis, takes on Pittsburgh's Bjorn Fratangelo, who enters this tournament unseeded.
My favorite player is Federer, but just because everything, just the way he carries himself, confidence, and he's the best. I've been talking to a lot of schools, but it really just depends on how I do the next year and a half or so until I'm only a junior. So the strongest part of my game is probably just mental toughness. I just try to battle, just fight as much as I can. Hi, my name's Nick Chappell, and it's great to be in the Easter Bowl final.
There was a racket put in my crib when I was born, and my name's Bjorn, and I was named after Borg. So, my dad started me out 3 years old, and I just kind of went from there. I want to be a pro, definitely, but maybe if I'm not good enough first, go to a good college, D1 tennis. They try to make it a great tournament for the kids, and obviously, Palm Springs, California, it's pretty nice here. The strongest part of my game would definitely be my forehand. I'm Bjorn Fratangelo, and I'm happy to be in the finals of the Easter Bowl 2010.
A young man you can relate to, Woody. We got a lefty in the near court, and Nick Chappelle from Indianapolis.
And Kirby, I love to see that move after the serve. Big forehand into the corner. He puts that lovely volley away.
Taking on Bjorn Fratangelo from Pittsburgh, coming in unseeded to this tournament with the overhead smash.
Fratangelo, the lone right-hander left in the semi-finals. There's another lefty point.
Chappelle, one of 3 lefties in the semis to make it to the final, and he beat the number 2 ranked player in the world this year. So Nick Chappelle out of Indianapolis may have a little different confidence, if you will, knowing he's played the big players around the world and has beaten them.
You betcha. And let's hope that both of these fellas are feeling good about their game through to the final. It was Fratangelo who benefited from the withdrawal of the number 1 seed early in this tournament. Didn't become despondent with that result, just carried it on.
Fratangelo, the reigning clay court champion, he won the Spring Nationals in Mobile, Alabama this past season.
Good movement there. Moving the ball around, not just going cross court, finding the corners when he's trying to hit it down the line, and that should have been a put-away smash. He's now in trouble, Chappelle.
Creative over the head.
And that one sails long.
It's amazing how strong, powerful the technique. The ball's moving, and good footwork on these young men.
Well, movement's important. Got in nicely to the net there, got down to the volley. Just makes it so much more easier, Kirby. If your feet are very active, you can get to the ball earlier, and the earlier that you reach the shot, the more options, the variety of shots that you can play.
Fratangelo gets Chappelle going the other way, and who does this serve remind you of? That lefty there.
Not mine.
Nice
Maybe that drop shot.
Okay.
That's good movement. And that's too good. Over the head, nice and high, not giving Chappelle any chance. And that second serve finds the net, and it's the win.
For Bjorn Fratangelo, 7-6, 6-3, taking the boys' 18-year-old final here at the Easter Bowl in Rancho Mirage at Rancho Las Palmas.
Hey, Nick, that was a tough match. The first went to a tough tie break, and then what happened in the second set?
Bjorn's played a great match. Congratulations.
So what does this championship mean to you?
It means a lot. I came in here beginning of the week. I didn't even know if I was going to make it past first round. I had Raymond finally in the first round, and unfortunately he got sick. But so I'm glad to make it and be in the final and win the tournament.
Congratulations to Bjorn Fratangelo defeating Nick Chappelle 7-6, 6-3. More singles championship action from the Easter Bowl straight ahead. The 2010 Easter Bowl is brought to you by K-Swiss, Prince, Gatorade, Laurel Springs School, L'Académie de Tennis, and American Airlines. Take a look at the doubles results from this year's Easter Bowl. In the boys' 14-year-old doubles, it's 9th-seeded Matthew Mendez and Jordan Portner defeating Dayton Bauman and Heinrich Wisrom 7-5, 6-3. In the girls' 14-year-old doubles, it's 9th-seeded Gabrielle Andrews and Taylor Townsend upsetting top-seeded Mariana Gould and Katrine Stephenson 6-2, 6-2. 16-year-old boys doubles, top-seeded Anthony Delcourt and Ross Guignon defeated 8th-seeded Matthew Alves and Hudson Barnett 4-6, 7-6, 6-2. In the girls' 16-year-old doubles, top-seeded Kyle McPhillips and Skylar Morton defeated number 2 seeds Desiree Krychek and Elisa Smith 6-3, 6-1. 18-year-old girls doubles, top-seeded Amelia Herring and Grace Min defeated 6th seeds Courtney Dolhide and Ellen Say 6-4, 6-4. And in the boys' 18-year-old doubles final, 8th-seeded Nick Chappelle and Marcus Gueron upset the top seeds Mitchell Kruger and Dane Webb in 3 sets. Congratulations to this year's doubles champions.
The junior tournament schedule can be grueling and confusing. Most of these parents are learning at what stage to start taking their kids' game seriously. Fortunately, the Easter Bowl paves the road to attaining great college scholarships and helps these talented kids secure sponsorships, which is really helpful in defraying the costs associated with this level of tennis.
Stay tuned, there's more Easter Bowl action coming up.
The before, the expectation, the B vitamins and carbs to ignite. The during, the collision, the power, the original Gatorade. The after, the gratitude, the protein to recover. Introducing the G Series from Gatorade, Prime, Perform, Recover.
Well, we're wrapping up a great week in Rancho Mirage, California. We've seen the saga unfold on some exciting and impressive U.S. junior tennis. Mark, Kirby, after this week of play, what is your take on the next stage of development for juniors at this level?
Well, Jeff, I think it's important for these kids to remember that it is just a junior tournament of what possibly could be the starting point for the rest of their careers.
And a lot of these players may be recognized by a college coach, get a scholarship, get an education, hone their tennis game, and who knows where it will take off from there.
And some of them might have the good fortune to actually step right into the ATP and WTA tournaments. I mean, this week is significant. They're playing on such a big court. They've got a central umpire. And there's even crowds here watching them. Atmosphere.
And don't forget the ITF points that they're gaining playing in this tournament if they win. And when they get off the court from a competitive match, they get interviewed by the media.
And that could even mean us.
And that could be scary.
Well, Jeff, it's been a pleasure working the Easter Bowl once again. Kirby, it's a pleasure. We'll see you next year.
See you next year.
The pressure that these kids endure playing at this level of competition is intense, to say the least. You can see from their performances that these kids have a high level of concentration and focus that makes them stand out from their peers. These kids are not only competing at a near professional level, they are still focused on their educations, most vying for important scholarship opportunities. It is a tough call when you're this young to be put in the position to choose between astronomical odds of being successful as a pro or choosing a college education and putting off the pros for 4 years. I've heard most families in this tournament wrestle with that decision. My feeling is, when you look at the odds of having a successful professional career, you shoot for the top of the college ranks first. And if you're going to be a pro, you'll know. Kudos to the Easter Bowl and giving these kids an opportunity of a lifetime, and to the kids for making the most of their talents. The Easter Bowl and their sponsors have been committed for 44 years, supporting junior tennis and the talent of these rising stars in the field of tennis. The commitment of tournament director and past participant Brian Feinberg and his entire staff to keeping this world-class event that is focused on promoting the talents of these young athletes is amazing. Thank you to the participating sponsors like Prince, K-Swiss, Gatorade, and American Airlines who keep this tournament successful and thriving and give these kids a forum for continuing their path in tennis. It's been a pleasure bringing you a glimpse into the future of tennis. We'll see you next year at the Easter Bowl 2011.